when you finish reviewing all of the summary for the new virtual machine that you created, and you're happy with all the settings that you have, the next step to follow is basically to insert the DVD or the ISO drive that you downloaded from Oracle website. In my case, it's on my machine. I downloaded it, and I'm just gonna select it right now. So I go to downloads, and here it is, Oracle Linux 7.9. I will select that, and we'll boot from this. I'll click open. I'll click OK, and we're gonna boot from it. So to do that, we just power on. We click on power on this virtual machine. All right. So now, once we've done that, we will. There are a couple of menus that will show up. One of them is install Oracle Linux 7.9, and the second one is test this media and install Oracle 7.9. So what I want to do is select the first one, install Oracle Linux 7.9, and press enter. Once you press the enter, you see you receive a couple of prompts from Oracle Linux. Is preparing the operating system for installation. At this point, maybe you want to, grab a cup of coffee and sit down too, because this can take a while. I will basically, show you all of the steps. All right, and you'll be presented with a screen. On the next screen, you have to select your preferred language and click on continue. So in my case, I'll select English, and I click continue. Okay, and on the following screen, you have to select your keyboard layout and click on continue. So apart from my keyboard layouts is already properly selected and it's US English, I will click done. And also, you may want to check at this time the date and time for your own location. In my case, is I think I prefer this, so I'll just leave it like that. And the language support as well is English. This is perfect. I click on done. Basically, the software installation source is okay. I'll click on done, and you want to go to software selection. So on the software selection, this is by it's by preference. Whatever you prefer is what you can select here. So I want a server with GUI, so I have a graphical user interface with point and click. I don't want to install just the command line interface. So there are other options to the right, but I'm not going to select anything. Only the server with GUI is enough for me. I'll click on done, and then the following is to check the installation destination. Now, once you click on that, the installation destination will show us. If you remember, we created a 1 terabyte storage previously. You can select that. Whatever storage you prepare prior to this point will show up here. Click on done, and your network is the next. So if you also remember, we set up two types of network. One is the host only type of network, and the other one is NAT network. So here they both show up as ENS33 and ENS34. Go ahead and just power them on one after the other. And see, it's obtaining a new IP address, which is good. Go to 34, do the same thing. Make sure they obtain an IP address. All right. See, now you have a private host only IP address, and we also have a NAT network IP address. With the NAT network IP address, we can browse the web, we can surf the web, we can communicate between the internet and our virtual machine. But with the host only, we can only communicate with the local computer within the same network. Internally, these are private addresses. With this machine, I can communicate with other virtual machine. Say for example, tomorrow I create another virtual machine and I name it dev or I name it test, I can use this IP address to communicate with that new virtual machine. So now this is configured properly. Everything looks good. I'll click on save. I'll click on done. And I will now go and click on begin installation. Okay, so on this screen, basically what is happening is the installer is checking for the system's hardware and the disk space. If there are any issues and they are detected at this point, the installer will prompt us for a change and will give us a way to resolve them before we continue. So this can take a while. So this step can take a little bit of time. So you may want to just grab a cup of coffee or something and follow along. But at this point, I will pause the video here, and when it's done, we can continue the video. So now that the Oracle Linux 7 has reached the final installation stage, there are two things we need to take care of quickly, and that's setting a password, the root password, and creating a user. So if you don't do that, we're not going to be able to reboot for first time use. So let's set our password first. So click on root and then set a very, very good password. You confirm the password again, even though in my case it's too short, doesn't matter. And then go to user creation, and I will just create Aura DBA, an Oracle DBA user. I'll name it Oracle DBA, and the username Aura DBA. Feel free to play around and give it your whatever name that you prefer, in my case. And then don't miss this step. You have to make this user an administrator of this workstation. So check that option. All right. And then click on done. All right. Once you have set up the root password and you create a user, you can click on finish configuration. Now Linux is finalizing the installation. You see, when the installation step is complete, you see you get a message, Oracle Linux is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. Go ahead and reboot to start using it. So you click on reboot. And at this point, the Oracle Linux would attempt to log in for the first time. Great. And in the initial setup page, you will see, just go and check the license information. Okay. Apply your license if you have one, and accept the license agreement and click on done. Once you've done that, check your network name again. They're looking great. Click on done. And at the bottom right corner, if you look at the lower bottom right corner, you'll see finish configuration. You can click on that. Right. Once you've clicked on that, it will be the time for you to log in for the very first time. Select the username and enter the password that you specify during the password step, and press enter. Okay, Oracle Linux is asking us, saying welcome. Our default language is English. I'll click next. I'll click next. I'll click next. I'll skip all of these for now because I don't need. And then we're ready to go. It says start using Oracle Linux server. I'll click yes. All right, I'll just close out of this and right click in the middle of the screen. You can anywhere and click on open terminal. Okay, I want to make it maximize. Once you've done that, you can identify the name of your computer by typing host name. Type host name, press enter. This is currently the name of your machine, and if you want to refine that a little bit more, type hostname CTL. Hostname CTL will provide you with a static hostname, which means the local host plus the machine name, the icon name, the chassis name, the machine ID, the boot ID, the virtualization type is VMware, operating systems is Oracle Linux 7.9, and the kernel is 5.4, and the architect is x86 64. Nice. So basically, as you can see, congratulations, we have now installed Oracle Linux 7. And that concludes our lesson for today. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or something that you know that I have missed, please feel free to let me know in the comment below. So now that our Oracle Linux 7.9 is installed, we can continue to start our project. Whatever kind of project we want to do, we can, Oracle project we can start to begin them now that we have a brand new Linux server that we can use. Alright, I hope that this video has been very, very informative for you. And until next time, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. Bye for now.